Have you ever felt like you're going crazy in a relationship? Like no matter what you do, it's never enough? You might be dealing with a narcissist. Well, today I'm revealing the 5 unmistakable signs someone in your life is a narcissist, and once you see them, you can never unsee them. Hey everyone, this is Charting Change with Jill. If you've ever felt manipulated, confused, or emotionally drained by someone, this video could be the validation that you've been searching for. By the end, you'll not only recognize these toxic patterns, but have practical tools to protect yourself. Let's dive in. The first major sign you're dealing with a narcissist is an inflated sense of self-importance. Narcissists genuinely believe they're special, unique, and superior to others. They constantly talk about their achievements, talents, or connections, often exaggerating or even fabricating them. They expect automatic recognition as superior without the achievements to back it up. You might notice they dominate conversations, turning any topic back to themselves. They get visibly annoyed when not the center of attention, and they often believe they should only associate with other special or high-status people. I was in a relationship with a narcissist for 9 years, and this was absolutely the experience that I had while I was with him. No matter who we were with, whether it was his friends, my friends, his family, my family, it didn't matter. He had to one-up them on every single story they tried to tell. He would absolutely interrupt, get loud, and wait for everybody to listen to his story. I called it steamrolling. He was steamrolling the conversation and needed to be heard, and nobody else mattered. This was absolutely awful for me. It made me feel very embarrassed, and I was even more embarrassed because I was associated with him as his wife. So it made it look like this was something that I accepted when I absolutely did not. But I kept my mouth closed because I definitely would pay for it later if I said anything. Perhaps the most damaging characteristic of narcissists is their profound lack of empathy. They're unable or unwilling to recognize and validate these feelings and needs of others. They dismiss your emotions as an overreaction. They get impatient or annoyed when you talk about your problems, and they often exploit others without any guilt or remorse. A narcissist might seem attentive at first, but pay attention. They're often just waiting for their turn to speak. They might even mock your feelings or use them against you later. In my comprehensive online course, Healing from Narcissistic Abuse, we spend an entire module on recognizing these empathy deficits and establishing healthy boundaries, because understanding this trait is crucial for your own emotional protection. The third sign is an insatiable hunger for admiration and validation. Narcissists require excessive admiration. They're like emotional vampires, or EV if you've ever seen the show What We Do in the Shadows, constantly seeking praise and recognition. They fish for compliments and get upset when they don't receive the adoration they expect. They often make grandiose statements hoping that you'll affirm them. This trait makes them particularly sensitive to criticism. Even gentle feedback can trigger rage, defensiveness, or the silent treatment. This leads to walking on eggshells around them, an exhausting way to live. I do remember my ex-husband all the time would say, do this exact behavior, and was constantly needing me to find something to compliment him on and to be genuine about it daily, maybe multiple times a day. It was absolutely an emotional vampire. And that's what he is, and it just drained my batteries so fast. The fourth sign is their masterful manipulation. Narcissists are experts in emotional manipulation, using tactics like gaslighting, where they make you question your own reality. They might say, "That never happened," or "You're too sensitive," to avoid taking responsibility. They're also skilled in triangulation, bringing other people into your conflicts to gain allies against you. And they frequently use guilt tripping or emotional blackmail to control your behavior. This is something I also experienced with my ex. This was somebody who would threaten to unalive himself if I did not do behaviors behind closed doors that caused me physical pain and emotional trauma. So guess who had to do things they absolutely didn't want to do that hurt my body and my emotions? This girl right here. Emotional manipulation is no joke, and it is very harmful to the victim. And I don't like being called a victim, but that is truly how I felt. When you try to set these boundaries, you might experience love bombings. This is the narcissist tool to get you back in their good graces. They will love bomb you with excessive attention, affection, gifts, only to resume their manipulative behavior once you're back in their influence. In my ebook, Surviving to Thriving After Narcissistic Abuse, I outline the complete playbook of a narcissist and their manipulation tactics and how to recognize them in real time. The fifth sign of a narcissist is their unpredictable hot and cold behavior. Narcissists often engage in idealization and devaluation cycles. First, they put you on a pedestal, showering you with affection and attention and praise. Then suddenly they devalue you through criticism, comparison to others, or emotional withdrawal. The inconsistency is deliberate. It keeps you off balance and working hard for their approval. You never know which version of them you're going to get from day to day. This pattern creates a trauma bond that makes it difficult to leave the relationship, as you become so addicted to the highs after experiencing low lows. In my e-course that I have made, Healing from Narcissistic Abuse, we specifically address how to break free from these destructive cycles. So what do? How do you actually deal with a narcissist? Well, here are 5 quick strategies to get you started. 1, set firm boundaries. Be clear about what behavior you will accept and what you will not accept. 2, practice the gray rock method. Become uninteresting to them. And the way you do that is by providing minimal emotional reactions. This one is a very tough one for me, since I am actually a sensitive person and have been sensitive my whole life. I will cry at the drop of a hat, and it is not any kind of manipulation on my part. I'm just feeling my feelings, and that is the gray rock method. It was absolutely impossible for me to control. So while I'm going through this personal journey of healing, that is something that I'm working on, to not be so overtly emotional, to let people in, maybe kind of hold my cards a little closer, you know what I mean? Step 3, build your support system. Surround yourself with people who validate your reality. You've been getting gaslit by the person in your house or wherever they might be. For me, it was in my house. So you start to think you're crazy, especially if that's the only other person you're having contact with. So build a support system of people around you that can show you that you truly are seeing what you're seeing and not being second guessed or told that up is down and left is right. It's very important for your own sanity. Number 4, document everything. Keep records of interactions to counter the gaslighting. 5, consider limiting contact. In some cases, reducing or eliminating contact may be necessary for your well-being. Now, I do understand that we can be married to these people and have children with them, and you might feel like you can't limit your contact with them. So we'll go into this in another video on other types of strategies that you might try so that you can keep your sanity while living with a narcissist. Understanding narcissism is the first step toward protecting yourself from its harmful effects. If you've recognized these signs in someone in your life, please know that you are not alone, and it's not your fault. To start your healing journey today, download my free personal growth starter kit using the link in the description. If you're ready for a more comprehensive support, check out my ebook, Surviving to Thriving After Narcissistic Abuse, and my complete course, Healing from Narcissistic Abuse, where I'll walk you step by step through reclaiming your power and rebuilding your life. If this video resonated with you, please hit that like and subscribe button to Charting Change with Jill. Don't forget to tap the notification bell so you'll know when I post my next video. Thanks for watching, and remember, you deserve relationships that uplift and support you. Thank you.